Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here, president of IMHO.com and co-creator of MarketClub with your video update for Monday the 11th of February. A snake, an iWatch, and a State of the Union. We'll be talking about those markets and others. So let's get started right away. First of all, 2013, the year of the snake. China started celebrating the new year yesterday and set off the traditional fireworks. But what's interesting is the year of the snake really represents steady progress, focus, and discipline. And that's not a bad way to go, in my opinion, given the crazy world we're living in. Also, rumored today, there's going to be an iWatch. Yes, that's right, an iWatch coming out from Apple. Rumor has it. What's really too bad about this, I just got my new Pebble watch, which pretty much does what the Apple Watch does, is that it integrates with your iPhone and shows you emails and text messages on your wrist. Kind of Dick Tracy, like if you're that age. But anyway, it's very cool, but I was interested to see what Apple's going to come out. They're going to need a big hit to get the stock going high. I'll be looking at Apple as well. Also, we're looking at 3 stocks on the upside and 3 stocks on the downside. So let's get started right away. We'll start with crude oil. And as you can see, crude oil basically is in a positive trend, has been for quite some time. As you know, we've been bullish on this market. And let's just go to 2-3 months. You can see we've had a little bit of pullback, sort of just nicked below. There was no follow through on the downside, jump back up. So watch this little line. I think what you want to do is probably put a little mini trend line in here, just like this. If we go over this line tomorrow, it's probably going to start on the upside. We still think this market can go to the 103 level on the upside. So let's just watch this market carefully tomorrow. And also gold. Gold has got to be a big disappointment for the bulls because we've had a big pullback today. But remember what I've shared with you every single day, it seems like, and that is the trend line that we draw from the highs of October. It's like almost perfect. We have to get over that level to get this market in a bull phase. As you can see, all of our trade triangles, 90, minus 90, negative, negative, negative. No reason to jump in front of this market today. Absolutely zero reason to jump in front of this market. So let it run its course, and then we'll look for a good place to get long when we get our trade triangles coming. That's how the trade triangles can help you. So let's go to our next market. That's the Eurodollar. Remember the Eurodollar got talked down last week with Mario Draghi. This is the Mario Draghi speech right here. Boom, 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 boom. And now it's going back up. Hey, but look at the math here. It's very, very cool because if you look at just let me put my telestrator on. And if you look at where we are, remember we were just getting into a oversold condition. And you can see right here we're oversold. And look, we had a little reversal yesterday. So again, I would imagine it's very similar to this level here. And let's see how that works out. So again, this is the thing to watch right here. I think we're oversold. We're going to probably go back up in the direction of the major trends. So we've got the monthly up and the weekly. Only the daily's down. That's going to probably reverse tomorrow. So 65 a trading range, but we're at the lower end of the trading range. I think we'll see this market pop on the upside. So let's just clear the screen. And let's go to see our next market. And that's going to be, I'll find out in just a moment. The S&P 500. And you can see this market really is right up there. It's just really going to be dependent on what President Obama says tomorrow in the State of the Union. Now, he's said he's going to focus, or the rumor has it, or the word on the street, he's going to focus on job creation. I don't think we can create a lot of jobs in this country. And the reason I think that is because we've gone from a industrial age into a techno-robotic age, which means fewer people are needed to actually put things together. A lot of the stuff is put together by robots. Look at cars, they're made and manufactured by robots to a certain degree. So I think that's going to be a real challenge to get more people at work. You look at Facebook, with billions and billions of dollars, and yet it only has probably about 5,000 employees out of a country that has about 315 million people. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of things, but the trend is your friend. The trend is clearly up in here, and we expect this market to go to the 1550 area. So let's go on to our next market. The Dow, pretty much the same play with the Dow. It's been going sideways. If it needs something to pop it down, it's going to be a surprise. But I think generally we're still looking to go higher. We talked about this big energy field we talked about right here. And that to me is still very much in play right here. And you can just draw the line across here. And you've seen obviously the breakout and turn to the upside like here. So I think the reality is we can see this market go higher. So again, I think we need to look and see what we're doing and go from there. So let's watch this market very carefully after the State of the Union. And we can see the after-hour futures, of course, and we'll see how they react. So let's watch that carefully on Tuesday night. And as I say, I'll be reporting on this from CNBC studios. And if you'd like to watch the show is entitled, hold on, I get the title here. The show is entitled Cash Flow, and it comes on 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you can watch that. So pretty much the one thing with the NASDAQ is going to be pretty dependent on Apple. And you can see we're right up against the previous highs, the September, October highs, and it hasn't gotten through there. Unlike the NASDAQ and unlike the S&P 500, unlike the Dow, it hasn't made that break over that level. So moving along, First Solar is one of the big movers on the upside today, and you can see all of our trade triangles are positive, and the weekly goes in boom today, and bingo, that was a buy today for this market. So let's just clear that off. So when you put your mouse over, you can see actually there's the price, $31.99. It's $32.08, so it's a little bit higher, but it looks as though it's starting another leg up. Very, very positive, because the thinking is that President Obama is going to be talking about solar energy and other wind energy and things like that. So I think that's why First Solar is up today. So let's go to our next market. This is Moody's. Moody's, as you know, got slapped pretty hard. But it's recovering a little bit today. But nonetheless, the trend is clearly down. It's going to take a while for this market to recover. And I think we'll see this market really kind of begin to stop and start around $48, maybe even $50. But it's not, excuse me, it's not going to run up to the upside. So next market we're looking at is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Again, a lot of this, it's a technology world now. It's not an industrial world so much where people are actually, bolting on parts to a car or things like that. This is a different world we're living in. This is a plus 70. We're still waiting for this monthly trade triangle to turn green. It hasn't done that yet, but we're starting to build a nice base. As you can see, we had a weekly buy, let's see, come in here, and it looks like it wants to go still higher. So let's see how this works out with this trend. But generally speaking, it looks a little bit like it's wanting to move higher, but we want to see this particular green triangle, which is now red, turn green. So let's see what happens with that. So let's go to next market. It's Noble Energy. Noble Energy is a energy company, obviously. And when the chart comes up, I'll show you exactly what we are looking at and what our trade triangle technology is. Here it is. Big uptrends. And you can see we've had a down day, obviously, today, but the trend is your friend. It's probably an area. If it pulls back to maybe the 110 level, another $2.50, or even maybe in $3.50, $4, it's probably a buy. But the market trend is positive for this market. So let's looking at the next stock, PXD, Pioneer Natural Resources. And when this comes up, I'll tell you what we're thinking. Tell you what, while this is looking at, let's go back to here, but I want to show you something very cool with the trade triangles. As you can see, this is gold right here. Okay? So if you look at the trade triangles, these shows you right away, these, when they have a yellow box behind them, it means that happened today. Not last week, not the month before, but today. And that's the important thing. So if you clear this off, clear the screen, and you can just simply take your mouse, go over them, and it shows you exactly when it occurred. At 1653, that was the weekly, and also at 1664, that was the daily. We're currently trading right now at 1649. So the trade triangles actually got you out in a really, really good position. So looking at our next market, Pioneer Natural Resources, obviously a very strong, it's down today, but very strong trade triangles, all pointing to higher levels. You can see this. It's a really nice, nice trend here. From a nice base, we always talk about these energy bases, but they're really what work. I mean, this is another big base. You can see this previous high there. Just draw that line, see how it stopped and just went over there, right here. And boom, it started on the upside from about the 115 level. It's currently trading at 127, so it's a nice little profit you got there. So let's clear the screen off, go to our next market. And the next market is going to be, I think, the last one in the series. And we're going to take a look at Apple, of course. But let me just go back to that's not what I want to see. So this is the last market, is WPX, another energy company. Not doing so well, but it's beginning to base out, which I like. Coming from an overbought condition, a negative divergence here on the Williams percent R. This could pull back down to the $14.50 level without too much of a trouble. That would be my thing. So let's go back to our portfolio. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple has actually had a nice run up, and we'll just see how this works. So there's Apple. You can see the daily's up, but really still a minus 55. The trend is still down in Apple, even though you've had a nice rally, counter trend rally in Apple. It's still in a negative trend. So let's just wait for this to come up. But generally speaking, the iWatch really could be the perfect upsell for Apple. Everybody has an iPhone. Well, not everybody, but a great many people have iPhones. And you can see here's almost like a double bottom, a little bit of a pivot point there going. I think that was probably the day to buy it right here. In fact, let's put our dailies in. And there's the day right there. Just that's a little 459. It's 482. That's a short-term trade. I wouldn't really recommend that. I like the bigger plays. And you can see longer term from 587. We're short on the monthlies, and that's $100 from here. So I think you'd be happy to do that. You're probably seeing the Einhorn Greenlight Capital trying to get them to pull out some of their money and make it as a dividend. But to me, what's more important is the trends. And this is how I see this. So let's just do a very simple line chart. And let's take all our triangles off, just make it very simple. And this is what I'm watching more than anything else, more than Greenlight or anybody else out there. Just draw a simple trend line from the highs. Boom, 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 boom. It's perfect. You see that? It's hit all. Just draw that a little down. See how it hits all those perfect places? And it's right up against the trend line right now. I would expect it's going to come down, fall down. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4.5 month trend line. It's an important one, but I don't think it's going to go right through this time. I would not be surprised to come back to 460, even 450, regroup, and then possibly take it out. Apple needs a new product. That's pretty much the bottom line. Hey, this is Adam Hewison. Don't forget to tune in today. We're going to be on Traders Network talking about the markets. If you'd like to get that show, we'll have some details on our website and our blog. So, hey, Adam Hewison, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great